everybody, welcome back. And today I kind of want to do something a little bit different on my channel. You guys know I've been doing a lot of declutters lately. I've really been paring down my collection, and I think I want to take it a step further and do something I never thought I would do on my channel. So what I want to do is I want to do a no buy, and I want to do a project pan. I thought that would be really interesting and something different on my channel with monthly updates. Now, I haven't purchased any makeup in May, and I made a conscious decision not to purchase anything in May. So I would like to go May, June, July, August, September, October, and end in November, because I know there are going to be some things around the holidays that come out that I'm probably going to be interested in. But I figured that's a 6-month no buy. I think I can get away with that. And I'm not gonna count things like makeup, like skincare products, but I am gonna count everything else. So I'm gonna try and do my best and not purchase anything at all for the next 5 months. I'm counting May since I haven't purchased anything in May. I think I just really, you know, as I kind of talked about it in my video where we talked about limited edition palettes and kind of using the things that we have in our collection. So it's time for me to walk the walk. Talk the talk, you know, talk the talk. It's time for me to walk the walk. So I really want to focus not only on doing tutorials and fun tutorials with older palettes and things that you might already have in your collection, but I really want to start using up the things that I have in my collection and reevaluating what I really, really love, what I miss when it's gone, and moving from there. And I think my eyeshadows are something that's a little too intimidating for me. I think as far as like blushes and highlighters and things like that, I've been doing really well just paring it down. But the area that I think I'm going to focus on for my no buy is going to be primers, powders, foundations, and mascaras. So I really want to make some progress on my foundations, my powders, primers, and mascaras. So pretty much I'm just going to show you what I think I'm going to try in the next 6 months to use up, so that way I can reevaluate if I like it, if I don't, if I want to repurchase it. That way I am really kind of culling down my collection to things that I just really, really, really love. So first off, I am going to I'm going to use up all of my mascaras. I'm not buying any more mascara until all of these are used up and in my empties drawer. So if you guys watched my declutter series from last year, you guys know I really cut down on my mascaras, but I want to cut them down to where I have like at most 5 mascaras at a time. I like different mascaras for different things, but I really want to cut them down at a time. So I'm going to show you what I have. Some of these are probably going to be easier to cut down on because they're samples or they're smaller sizes. So I do have a BH Cosmetics Long Sexy Lash, and it's got that, this is why it survived, because it's got that brush that I absolutely love on it. So I want to use that one up until it's no longer good or used up completely. I do have a Benefit Bad Gal Lash. I have the Tarte Man Eater. And then I've got an Urban Decay Troublemakers. I do have a Better Than Sex. I've got the Supersizer. I've got a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Lash Renegade from Wet n Wild. Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I have got a fully charged mascara from Pure. And then I've got probably my 2 favorite right now, the Colossal Big Shot from Maybelline, and also the Total Temptations mascara from Maybelline. So all of those will be used up. I should use those up prior to the 6 months because most of these are almost done anyway, but I'm not buying another mascara until those are used up, done, gone, out of my collection. Sorry guys, I also have some that are set aside for another video. I have the Wet n Wild Max Fanatic, which I really like, and my all-time favorite lower lash mascara, which is the Mega Length from Wet n Wild. So those will be part of that clear out. All right, let's talk about some primers I really want to use up and get rid of. Now, a lot of these are, primers is one of those things I mix up every day. So these are ones that are just kind of lingering that need to be used up and gotten rid of. So I am going to finish up my Baby Skin Pore Eraser. I'm going to finish up this little sample of my Smashbox Photo Finish. I know these are hard to decide, you know, to tell how much I have left because you can't see them. But I guess this would be more of a project use it up and not pan, right? I don't know, guys. I've never done this type of video. You let me know your tips down below. I am going to use up my MAC Prep and Prime, my Sheer Envy Pore Defense primer serum from Hard Candy, and my little sample of Too Faced Hangover RX, which I've had to cut open because it would no longer come out. So let's talk about foundations that I want to use up, and these are going to be a little bit easier to see. Of course, I just shook up the bottle so you can't see it. I want to use up my Urban Decay Naked Skin. It's down to about right here. I am in the shade 0.05. I do love this. It's lighter. I think this is going to be more of a fall time foundation because it is a little too light for me right now. I also want to use up my NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation, which is down to about here. Again, it's another really light foundation that I enjoy using, but it's time to finish it up. I will be using this a bunch this summer. This is the Clean Matte BB cream for oily skin. I do want to finish this up. I do really enjoy it. I've used about 1/3 of it, so I do want to completely use this up before November. This foundation I absolutely love, but again, it's time to use it up and get it out of my collection. This is the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Airbrush Finish. I'm in light, and I have used about half of this, and I do like to use these in conjunction with the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin mascara. I do want to try some of these new foundations that are coming out, but I'm not buying them until I use these up. This one is about down to here, and this one is about halfway. So I tend to mix all three of these together to create my perfect shade, and I do like using these three more in the summertime if I'm going out. I just find that they work really well. They give me a nice finish, so these three will be finished up, and some of these might be repurchases. I am going to finish up my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I am in the shade Ivory. I have finished this, or almost. I'm about halfway on this one. I'm about down to here. I love this foundation. This is a foundation I know I will be repurchasing, but I'm not going to repurchase it until I finish up all these others because I don't need 25 foundations in my collection. Finally, let's talk about some powders I want to finish up. The first one is my Revlon Nearly Naked. This is older. I know I've already got major pan on this, but I want to completely use this up so I can get that out of my collection. This is going to be another one of those products that's going to be hard not to replace prior to November. This is the Wet n Wild Press Powder in Warm Light. This is like my all-time favorite powder. Absolutely love this. That will be finished up. I do want to finish up my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. I'm in the shade N1. I do have a little bit of a dip in this already, which is hard to see, but I do want to finish that up. I do want to finish up my NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. Again, I do have a dip in this, so I'm trying to start off easy, guys. So picking things that I know I can finish, so that way I can really focus those and get excited. So I do want to finish that up. And I also want to finish up my e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. I actually have already panned one of these, and I repurchased, so I do want to pan this one as well. All right, guys, so those are the things I really want to focus on using up and getting out of my collection for my first no buy, for my first project pan, project use it up, whatever you want to call it. I hope this video was not super, super awkward because I have no idea what I'm doing. I find project pans like fascinating, and some people get really into detail, like, oh, it was this many grams before, now it's this many grams. So I think I'm just gonna kind of do a very informal update at the end of every month. So the first update would be at the end of June going into July, just to kind of give you an idea so I can let you know what I'm really liking, what I'm not, what I've changed my mind on. These are all products that I like because they're still in my collection, but I still think I could narrow it down even more and really utilize my collection and get some of the stuff out of here. So that's what I'm starting with. I hope this is interesting for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're working on getting out of your collection right now or using up. I'm always interested to hear what you have to say. But guys, thanks so much for hanging out, talking about makeup with me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day, have a rocking week, and I will see you next time.